People often claim that men are easy to understand and that they only desire simple, physical things. But what if that is actually a myth? What if under that calm and confident exterior, every man is quietly longing for something much deeper? They want experiences that affect more than just the body, reaching into the mind and the soul. Carl Jung suggested that real connection starts when masks are removed and the inner self speaks. Today we are looking into what most men will never admit out loud. There are specific ways of being that they secretly want, but many women never attempt. When people think about closeness, they usually picture physical proximity. However, what truly makes a bond strong is something more profound called presence. This is the first state men secretly crave but rarely receive. It is not about physical skill or how you look. It is about being mentally, emotionally, and spiritually involved in the current moment. Presence means showing up entirely so that your body, your thoughts, and your feelings are all in the same place. It is about your energy, your focus, and being real. Men want presence because it makes them feel truly noticed. In a world that always demands men to perform, compete, and prove their value, the rarest gift is a moment where they do not have to be anything other than themselves. Jung believed that true connection needs an awareness of both the self and the other person. When a woman is truly present, she offers something better than just attraction. She offers acceptance. Her silence has meaning, her eyes talk, and her calm energy says that she is right there with him. That specific moment cuts through all the noise of the busy world. Presence is about slowing down and feeling the moment instead of rushing through it. Many relationships fail to get deep because people are distracted by how they look, what they should say next, or what happens later. But the human mind wants stillness, especially during romantic times. When a woman's focus is steady and purposeful, it sends a message that is stronger than words. It tells a man that he does not have to act or impress anyone. He can just be himself. That sense of freedom is powerful because it allows honesty to come out. In psychology, presence fits with the idea of integration. We all have many layers made of thoughts, fears, and memories. When you are distracted, those layers are scattered. But when you are present, everything lines up. You become steady in your own energy, and that steadiness naturally pulls others toward you. A man feels that presence as a form of safety. This is not about physical protection, but emotional safety. It is the feeling that he can let his guard down for a minute without being judged or seen the wrong way. Many women do not realize how strong this actually is. They often think they must do something huge to connect deeply, like saying the perfect thing or acting a certain way. But what men remember most is how a woman makes them feel when she is with them. When she listens with real interest, when her focus is not split, and when she reacts naturally, that is when the connection happens. Her energy invites him to be open. Her calm becomes something he catches. Presence also creates a fair balance between giving and taking. In modern dating, both people often act based on what they expect to get back, but real presence removes that habit of keeping score. It creates room for a natural flow. In that state, talking becomes easy because both people are on the same emotional level. They are not acting out of habit, but responding with awareness. From a psychological view, this kind of bond wakes up what Jung called the anima in a man, which is his inner emotional side. When a woman's presence is strong, it moves that deeper part of him. He starts to connect not just with her personality, but with his own inner world. This is why presence feels both stable and uplifting. It reminds him of his humanity, not just his physical wants. In a time where most interactions happen through screens and constant noise, being present becomes almost holy. It is what makes a brief meeting different from a lasting connection. Men might not be able to explain it with words, but they recognize the feeling immediately. It is that quiet time where everything else disappears and only two people exist in full awareness. Practicing presence is not about being perfect. It is about being real. It is about letting go of too much thinking and coming back to right now. It is about breathing and observing instead of overanalyzing. When a woman brings that kind of focus to an interaction, she does not need to do much. Her energy speaks for her. Men want this because it gives them something rare, which is emotional rest. In that shared quiet, both people find something beautiful. Connection does not need to be chased. It just happens when two minds stop wandering and two hearts decide to meet. The second state men secretly want is when the woman takes the lead. This is not about being bossy in a physical way, but about showing confidence and emotional certainty. This is the moment when she uses her natural power without being afraid of being too much. It is not about control, it is about energy. Jung believed that everyone has a shadow, which is the hidden side of our personality. For many women, that shadow holds a lot of strength and boldness. When she lets that part of herself show, it wakes up something strong in both her and the man. Men are often expected to lead in every part of life. It is a role many play because they have to, not because they want to. Deep down, men want balance. They want moments where they can let go and trust someone else's direction. When a woman shows initiative, it proves she is not afraid of her own power. That confidence is very attractive because it shows purpose and honesty. These are qualities men naturally respect. Taking the lead means guiding with self-assurance. It is the ability to feel the moment and act clearly, making choices without fear. When a woman does this, it makes a man admire her. It makes him feel he is with someone who knows her own value. This kind of energy asks him to step up emotionally, creating a cycle of mutual respect. This act represents the meeting of different energies within both people. When a woman takes charge confidently, she shows that she is a whole person. She is not waiting to be picked or being passive. Instead, she chooses based on her own awareness. This signals that she is emotionally mature, which men find very appealing. Most men do not talk about this because they are taught to always be in control. But many long for times where they can trust someone else's energy. When a woman steps forward, it creates that balance. Her actions tell him he is not alone in building the connection. It takes away the hidden pressure men feel to always perform. Confidence is not about being loud. It is about being certain. It is when a woman knows what she wants and says it without fear of being rejected. This behavior is rare because many people are told to hide their strength to be liked. But when she uses that authentic strength, it changes the energy of the relationship. It invites honesty and equality. A confident woman does not demand things, she guides them. Jung believed real connection happens when two people meet as equals. When a woman leads, she invites the man to join her in a partnership. It becomes a dance where they take turns following each other's rhythm. This exchange keeps the bond alive. A man is drawn to a woman who leads with ease because her confidence shows she has inner peace. She is not looking for approval. She is being herself. This gives him permission to do the same. It allows both to be honest and engaged. Leading does not mean overpowering. It means giving direction through purpose. It shows you are secure enough to guide while staying open to the other person. This is what makes those moments stay with a man for a long time. The third state men deeply want is vulnerability. In a world that tells men to be unshakable, being vulnerable is a hidden desire. Jung described this as the place where the conscious and unconscious meet. For men, this means freedom from the masks they wear. When a woman makes a space where a man feels safe to lower his guard, it becomes a powerful bond. Most men grow up believing emotions are a weakness. They are told to be tough and solve problems instead of showing how they feel. As adults, they become experts at hiding pain or fear. Yet, they want a place where they can be seen for who they truly are. When a woman offers real acceptance, it lets a man show the parts of himself he usually hides. Real closeness starts with trust. Jung believed everyone has light and shadow inside. For men, the shadow often holds feelings like sadness or insecurity. These are the sides they hide because the world likes strength. But when a woman accepts those parts without judging, she helps him feel whole. This creates a deep psychological bond. Vulnerability is not weakness, it is honesty. It is letting someone see the real you. When a woman holds that space and listens with empathy, she becomes a mirror for his soul. This reaches past surface attraction and builds a safety that is hard to find elsewhere. Many people misunderstand male vulnerability. They think if a man opens up, he is unstable. But it is actually a huge sign of trust. It takes courage for a man to share his failures. Jung wrote that, "We change when we accept our contradictions." A man who is vulnerable is no longer hiding. He is becoming a complete person. Vulnerability also makes attraction deeper because it is authentic. When both people feel safe being real, everything becomes easier. There is no need to impress anyone. Communication happens naturally because it is based on truth. This openness makes even small moments feel important. It is about being honest. In relationships, being vulnerable actually builds strength through trust. When a man feels safe sharing his feelings, he connects that person with peace. He sees her as someone who understands him at a deep level. Jung believed humans thrive when they accept each other's flaws. When a woman welcomes vulnerability, she helps both people grow. It turns being open into a way of healing. This shared honesty encourages emotional depth. What men really want is to be fully seen and not judged for being human. Vulnerability is about sharing the truth. When a woman meets a man in that truth, she makes him stronger. She helps him see that being real is better than being perfect. The fourth state men want is mutual rhythm. This is a balance where both partners are in sync, moving together with understanding rather than trying to control each other. It is not about who is in charge. It is about harmony and the shared flow of energy. Jung spoke about integration of the self, and in a relationship, this looks like two people moving with trust. Men often feel the weight of having to lead every interaction. This can be very tiring. Deep down, they want a sense of flow where both people contribute. When a woman matches his energy and responds naturally, it gives him a sense of ease. He no longer has to plan everything. He feels aligned with her. This rhythm cannot be forced. It appears when both are present and open. It happens when listening is more important than assuming. Jung believed harmony reflects inner balance. Mutual rhythm is not about being dependent on someone. It is about resonance. Each person stays whole but stays connected to the other. For men, this is meaningful because they want to be understood without explaining every detail. When a woman senses what he needs, she shows high emotional intelligence. This is powerful because it reaches him on a deep level. Jung's work focused on intuition, and mutual rhythm is an unspoken language of connection. Many women do not realize the power of this subtle alignment. They might think attraction needs constant excitement, but the shared calm of a mutual rhythm is what creates depth. It is that feeling when time slows down and everything feels right. This balance removes tension. Men remember these times because they provide a break from the stress of life. Mutual rhythm also means equality. True connection happens when both people contribute and adapt without their egos getting in the way. This transforms a relationship into a real partnership. When this harmony is reached, talking is easy and silence feels good. Both people start to know what the other needs because they are aware. This deepens trust because it shows no one is trying to dominate. It is about emotional cooperation. It requires patience and presence. It is about two different people completing each other. In this balance, the different energies work together to keep the bond strong. When a woman joins this flow, she shows she is acting out of awareness rather than fear. This makes her energy feel grounded and makes the man feel he is on a shared journey of understanding. The fifth state men desire is a psychological connection. This is the invisible bond that links two minds beyond words or looks. It is when a man feels truly understood and realizes a woman can meet him on an intellectual level. Jung's theories suggest we are drawn to people who mirror our hidden selves. In relationships, this starts with a meeting of minds. For many men, physical chemistry is common, but a psychological bond is rare. It is the feeling that the other person gets it and recognizes the emotions under the silence. This is grounding for men because they are usually not told to talk about their inner world. When they meet someone who can match their thinking and reach their feelings, it creates a special spark. Jung believed connection happens when the different parts of two people interact. When a woman connects with a man this way, she is engaging his true inner self. Through curiosity and empathy, she builds a bridge to his feelings. That bridge makes it safe for him to be authentic. It feels like coming home to someone who understands him. This connection also respects that both people are individuals. She does not try to change him. She tries to understand him. She accepts that he thinks and feels in his own way. This curiosity leads to honest talk. In modern life, people often rush for quick excitement and forget that the mind is the strongest connector. This bond needs stillness and real attention. It is built through good talks, shared values, and being able to be quiet together. Men remember this because it touches their intellect and imagination at the same time. When a woman starts this in a man, it leaves a permanent mark. This also helps both people grow. Relationships act like mirrors that show us our own potential. A woman who engages a man's mind helps him see himself clearly. She offers insight that helps him become more self-aware. This builds a strong bond of trust. It tells him he is valued for his mind and heart, not just his success. This safety is a very strong form of attraction. When a woman responds with clarity and interest, she reaches a part of him that logic cannot touch. Jung wrote that real love is recognizing the soul of another. That is what this connection is, seeing the essence under the surface. When two minds meet like this, words are not as important. There is a quiet understanding that feels timeless. It fulfills the deep need to be known and understood. The sixth state men long for is shared transformation. This is a connection where both people grow together instead of staying the same. It is an evolution that goes past attraction into mutual self-discovery. Jung believed relationships reflect the parts of ourselves we usually avoid. Through a partner, we get the chance to improve and become more aware. Men want a relationship that helps them become more complete and at peace. Most men carry hidden battles and doubts. They are told to look strong and hide their struggles. But when a woman brings energy that is accepting and patient, she gives him the chance to grow. Transformation starts in a safe place where there is no judgment. Shared growth happens when both are willing to face their habits and talk openly. It is not about fixing someone. It is about walking together toward being better. When a woman listens and holds space for honesty, she helps a man get closer to his real self. This does not mean there is never a disagreement. It means staying kind even when things are difficult. This is powerful for a man because it is the opposite of the pressure to hide his flaws. Love is a force that brings opposites together and makes people whole. A woman in this kind of relationship is a companion in growth. She reflects his potential back to him, which helps him face his fears. He does the same for her. The energy between them stays balanced. Men want this because it gives the relationship meaning. Everyone wants a purpose in their bond. A connection that challenges you but also cares for you wakes up something important inside. It is about feeling seen for who you are becoming, not just who you are now. This requires courage from both people. It is easier to stay the same and avoid looking at yourself. But real growth starts when you are willing to be uncomfortable. When a woman shows her own vulnerability, she proves that you can be both strong and soft. Her intelligence invites him to be real. This builds the trust needed for a deep bond. In these relationships, arguments are used to understand each other better, not to win. This makes the bond stay alive. Love based on awareness can help heal the soul. When two people grow together, they experience wholeness. It is the realization that love is about evolution, not owning someone. Each person shows the other their strengths and possibilities. For men, this is the most fulfilling kind of closeness. They are not looking to be worshipped, but to be inspired. This state of growth is about moving forward together through life's changes. When a woman stands by a man as a partner in growth, she becomes someone he can never forget. She represents a connection that awakens him and leads both toward being emotionally complete. In the end, these points show that real desire is more than physical. It is psychological and deeply human. Men might not always say it, but they want presence, confidence, vulnerability, harmony, and a deep mental connection. All of these things lead to growing together. Jung taught that love is a mirror for our own inner selves. When both partners explore these levels together, they create something meaningful. It becomes a journey where both heal and improve through their bond. In that kind of love, no one has to act or hide. Both people are fully alive and finally connected. Beyond the 5 states we have explored, there is a final layer to what men secretly want, which is the state of spiritual partnership. This is not necessarily about religion, but about a shared sense of meaning and a deep belief in each other's potential. Carl Jung believed that every person has a higher purpose and that a truly deep connection acts as a catalyst for reaching that goal. Men often feel a heavy burden to provide and protect in a physical sense, but they quietly long for a partner who supports their internal purpose. They want to feel that their life has a deeper meaning when they are with you. This happens when a woman sees the best version of a man and speaks to that version even when he is struggling to see it himself. This kind of support is not about flattery, but about a deep, steady belief that gives him the strength to keep going. It is the feeling that you are both working towards something bigger than yourselves. When two people are aligned in their values and their vision for the future, the relationship becomes a source of infinite energy. A man feels this as a profound sense of loyalty and mission. It changes the relationship from a simple agreement into a powerful alliance. Jung suggested that the ultimate goal of any relationship is to help the other person become who they were meant to be. When a woman offers this kind of spiritual and purposeful support, she becomes more than just a partner. She becomes his greatest ally in the journey of life. This creates a bond that cannot be broken by time or distance, because it is rooted in the very essence of who you both are. It is the final piece of the puzzle that turns a connection into a lifelong journey of mutual discovery and shared destiny. In this space, you both find the ultimate form of rest and the ultimate form of inspiration. You are no longer just two people passing through life together, but two souls building a world that belongs only to you. The final layer of what men quietly hope for is the experience of true emotional freedom. This is the moment when a man feels he no longer has to edit his thoughts or filter his personality to be loved. In many parts of life, men feel they must play a specific character, whether it is the tough boss, the stoic provider, or the guy who has everything figured out. This constant acting can be heavy and tiring. Carl Jung talked about the persona, which is the mask we wear to fit into society. Deep down, a man is looking for the one person in front of whom he can take that mask off completely. This state of freedom is rare because it requires a woman who is also comfortable with her own true self. When she stops judging her own flaws, she naturally stops judging his. This creates an environment where he can be messy, uncertain, or even weak, without the fear that he will lose her respect. This freedom leads to a deep sense of playfulness and joy. When the pressure to be perfect is gone, humor and creativity take its place. A man feels a special kind of pull toward a woman who makes him feel like a kid again, not because she treats him like one, but because she gives him the safety to be spontaneous. This is a very high form of intimacy because it shows that the relationship is a place of rest, not another place where he has to work hard to be accepted. Jung believed that we are most ourselves when we are at play, and when a woman invites that side of a man out, she connects with his most honest energy. It is in these light, unscripted moments that the strongest memories are built. Another important part of this journey is the gift of space. While connection is about being together, a man also craves the kind of love that lets him be alone. This might sound like a contradiction, but a woman who encourages a man to follow his own path or spend time in his own thoughts is showing a very deep kind of trust. Jung suggested that for two people to truly be together, they must first be able to stand alone. When a woman is secure enough in herself to give him that room, he does not feel trapped. Instead, he feels supported. This makes him want to return to her even more because she feels like a home base rather than a cage. It proves that the bond is built on choice, not on need or control. Ultimately, all these different parts come together to create a life that feels whole. A man wants a woman who is his partner in every sense of the word. He wants someone who can be his teammate in the world, his student in curiosity, and his teacher in emotion. He seeks a bond where his mind is challenged, his heart is safe, and his spirit is free to grow. When a woman brings presence, confidence, and honesty into the room, she changes the environment entirely. She stops being just a part of his life and becomes the person with whom he builds a new life. This is the ultimate goal of the human heart, to find someone who looks at the world the same way, but also shows us things we never could have seen on our own. It is a shared adventure that keeps moving forward, getting deeper and more meaningful with every passing day.